Summertime, summertime, summertime. We've been having a lot of warm weather lately, and that had me thinking, let's go ahead and kind of continue our journey on the spring and summer scent. So with that, tonight's episode, we're going to talk about 4 more summer scents. These are scents that I picked out of the collection. These are scents that smell really, really good. They're fresh, they're invigorating. They're scents that you can wear in different occasions. They're very versatile scents. They smell really, 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 really good. So welcome to the Pick Corner. My name is Raheem Jones, and here we talk about fragrance, we talk about fashion, and we talk about tech from time to time. I invite you to like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell and get locked in with us as we go on this fragrance journey together. So let's get started with the first fragrance. Just going to jump right into it. This one here, I'm a huge fan of his fashion, of his fragrances. This particular designer fragrance is, it's amazing. It's amazing. So I'm going to present to you Tom Ford Grey Vetiver. This fragrance here you can wear definitely with a suit and a tie, with some shorts and a t-shirt. It's the perfect summer fragrance. This particular scent is going to have in the top your grapefruit, your orange blossom, and your sage. The middle is going to have nutmeg, orris root, and pimento. And in the base, you got vetiver, woody notes, and oak moss. This is not a cheap fragrance. It's going to run you anywhere from $140 and up, depending on where you buy it from. But this fragrance here, you can put it on. You'll smell great. The vetiver shines through. We talked about vetiver before. There's different kinds. We have some that smell great, some that do not smell so good. This one smells really, really, really good. I actually wore this one today. Put it on. I wore it all day. It had great projection, but not too much projection to the point that it was offensive. That's why this is a very safe fragrance that you can wear in the office. You can wear it to church. You can wear it to any occasion. You're not going to offend anybody in the room because this is a summertime design fragrance. So the projection on it is really, really good. You have a nice sillage with it. And I also would say that the lasting power is really, really good. I sprayed this on at about, let's say, 10 o'clock this morning. I got a good 7-8 hours out of it. So really, really good lasting power. One I highly recommend to you. Tom Ford Grey Vetiver. So this next particular scent, I remember this scent again. We talked about this last week with one of the scents. I think it was Chromazaro. But this is a scent flashback, going back to the 90s. A scent that I wore as a teenager leading into my young adulthood. And the smell of this scent just takes you back. Let me just jump right into it. Hopefully I don't jack up the pronunciation of this, but it's Issey Pour Homme, but we call it, or is better known as Issey Miyake. Issey Miyake, timeless, fresh. It's packed with lemon, bergamot, so a very citrusy opening. Tarragon, yuza is in the top. Not sure what those are, but it smells good. Nutmeg, water lily, mignonette, cinnamon, bourbon geranium, lily of the valley, and saffron in the middle. And in the base, it dries down to Tahitian vetiver, musk, cedar, sandalwood, tobacco, and amber. So it's very, very interesting when it gets to the dry down. Very different. Yes, it's timeless. Timeless. The first time I smelled this one, my cousin Abdul, shout out to Abdul, aka Sport, he had this scent. I smelled it. It was amazing then. It's still amazing now. It's a well-balanced scent. Vetiver in it. It smells good. It shines through. This is a scent that I highly, highly, highly recommend for the summertime. And just like the Tom Ford, this scent is not going to be a scent that is going to be offensive in any way. It's very light. It has great sillage, but not crazy. Like, you're not going to go in and blast out the room. And that's what you don't want that out of your summer scent. You don't want to walk into the room and everybody smells you. I mean, it's like, if you're spraying like Versace Eros, that's like a clubber fragrance, right? Where you go in and you want to be the loudest smelling person in the room. Summertime scents are not that way. You want to have nice projection, nice sillage when you walk by, but you don't want to blast the room out. You're going to kind of accomplish that with this. This is nice, it's light, and the high heat is going to help it project more. So again, Issey Miyake Pour Homme. And by the way, I never knew that it was called l'Odyssée. It's always just Issey Miyake. It's a classic. That one's fairly also inexpensive. That one, I think you can get it now for like 85 bucks. And this scent here it's a 90 cent. It's been around for a really long time, and I don't think it's ever been reformulated. If it has, I haven't noticed, but it smells really good. This next one, we talked about this in the first video. We kind of touched on it. It was pretty brief because we were comparing it to, I think it was Club Derby, which is a clone of this, but it has the same notes, the same breakdown. But let me just go ahead and the OG classic. And I say the OG classic because this particular fragrance here actually came out in 1995. So the thing about Creed is that people are starting to now get hip to Creed. Nobody really knew about Creed back in the 80s, back in the 90s. It kind of became really, really popular once Aventus came out. I think it was in like 2010. And people started to kind of jump on that bandwagon. And then he started to discover Green Irish Tweed and, Silver Mountain Water. But this particular brand has been around for a very, very long time. It's a niche brand. And in this particular scent, like we talked about in the first video, it's going to have your bergamot and mandarin orange in the top, green tea and blackcurrant in the middle. Smells really, really good. Dries down into musk, petitgrain, sandalwood, galbanum. I don't know how to pronounce that, but that's galbanum. Yeah, I think that's it. But again, this Silver Mountain Water is some special stuff. It's light, it's refreshing, it's citrusy in the opening. If you want to wear something and be the best smelling person in the room, or at the beach, or at church, or in the office, and again, you do not want to like blast the room out or really offend anybody, this is what you want. But guess what? This sucker's going to come at a price. Just like we talked about in the Creed Aventus video that I did. Creed's going to run you like $4.50 a bottle. Just buying it directly from Creed. If you buy it obviously from a discounter, you can get it for less. But if you buy it directly from your big stock retailers like Nordstrom or your Neiman Marcus or places like that, they're going to like price their products with Creed. So you're going to end up spending a bundle. So I highly recommend check out fragrancenet.com. I'm not, sponsored by them. That's just where I buy all my fragrances from. So this last fragrance, this was a fragrance that my friend Doug first told me about. This was like probably the very first fragrance. And when I smelled it, it was during the summer. It was the perfect time to sample it. And when I wore it, I loved it all the way through. And it had great performance. It had all the elements that I was looking for at the time for a summer fragrance. But let's just jump right into it. And you can see I kind of ate this bottle up. I got to get another bottle, but Dior Homme Sport. This particular fragrance here, top notes, grapefruit, blood orange, lemon, and pear. I love pear. Anytime I smell pear, I instantly love the fragrance. Yeah. What pear gives you a lot of sweetness in that opening. So the pear, You got the citrusy grapefruit and the blood orange. You got pink pepper in the middle, so you got a little bite to it. You got some nutmeg and geranium. In the base, you got vetiver, sandalwood, rosemary, and lavender. So when it gets to that dry down, it smells good. It smells really, really good. This was released in 2008. It was reformulated in 2017. This one here is the reformulated model. Still smells good. Absolutely amazing. I highly recommend it. You probably can find this for like $100 if you get it directly from retailers. But this is a fragrance that's very versatile. It's a fragrance that you can wear. I've actually worn it to the gym. Yes, I wear cologne to the gym. Listen, you don't want to go into the place with a deficit, right? You know, I go everywhere. I try to smell my best. But wear it to the gym, wear it to church, wear it to the office. It's light, it's refreshing. It smells really, really good. I highly, highly recommend it. Dior Homme Sport. So those are the 4 fragrances I wanted to cover tonight. These again are fragrances that can be worn in the summertime. They can be really worn all year long, but I especially love them for the summer because of its DNA, the vetiver. If you notice, a lot of the common theme here is you got the citrus in the opening. So it's again that citrusy, that sweet, that really, really, really nice opening. And these are very fresh fragrances, and they're just light, and they're great to wear. So thank you for joining us tonight for another episode of The Pick Corner. I invite you to follow us on social media at The Pick Corner. We're on TikTok, we're on Instagram, and also we're going to keep this journey going. We're going to continue to try to crank out videos, shooting for like once per week, but you know, summertime. So we'll see how things go, but you're going to continue to keep this journey going, keep the ride going, and appreciate everybody's support, all the likes and all the comments that people have been leaving, and I do my best to try to reply to the comments on the different videos, and continue to kind of share your thoughts. Give me your favorite 4 scents for the summer. I definitely love to pick up some different ones or some new ones or things that you guys recommend. So again, thanks for joining, and I'll see you in the next one.